Is it Bigfoot or just a shirtless guy named Bob who's been living off squirrels and vibes since 1927? We honestly don't know, but there was something hairy, tall, and suspiciously good at evading capture. So join me as we dive into this fuzzy mystery with absolutely no scientific qualifications and way too much enthusiasm. This is honestly one of my favorite stories because I go back and forth on this one all the time. On one hand, this area has a ton of Bigfoot history and it even continues until this day. Now, on the other hand, there is like a lot of red flags, like on the top of a mountain, waving just right at me about this story. But it still doesn't stop me from changing my mind all the time, which also could have something to do with the fact that I'm a woman. But whatever, let's get into the story. This one comes to us from the Reno Evening Gazette, Reno, Nevada, dated July 9th, 1927. Wild man roams Plumas Woods and evades capture. Sheriff and posse tried to catch him with the aid of bloodhounds. Agile stranger clings to the border of civilization but never speaks. The story starts out fleet as a deer and apparently determined to avoid capture, although desiring to be near human beings. A wild man is roving the hills near the El Dorado mine in Plumas County, California, about 16 miles west of Doyle, and has created considerable excitement in that neighborhood during the past week. Heading a posse and accompanied by two bloodhounds, the sheriff of Plumas County will start out tomorrow morning to take custody of the man. Although those who have seen him jumping from rocks and dodging through trees and bushes declare that it will take at least 50 men to capture him, A.G. Minter, Frank Metz, Brent Benson, and Carl Jarvis, who are operating mining property in that vicinity, have seen the man several times and have attempted his capture, but have been unable to get within 200 yards of him. With long black hair and bushy beard hanging down on his chest, his appearance is described as wild. Clothed in a pair of faded blue overalls with one leg tore above the knee, no shirt or underclothing, and with but one moccasin for foot covering. He darts in and out of the trees, rocks, and beach with the speed of a fox and disappears instantly if anyone starts toward him. Every morning he appears near the mining camp, peering from behind a tree or a rock, and apparently doesn't mind being seen, but does not want to be caught. He has never uttered a sound, although Metz and others have attempted to talk to him. A few days ago, some provisions were stolen from a mine nearby, and the wild man, he was accused of theft. When he appeared the next morning in a little valley nearby, one of the men saw him and tried to stop him. He started to run, and a shot was fired into the air, which only added speed to his flight. And Metz said today that he has never seen a deer or rabbit run so fast or show as much ability dodging brush. His one barefoot appears to be well weathered by its trips through the rocky country, and he makes no attempts to pick soft spots when going over the hills. The sheriff of Lassen County made a trip to Doyle Thursday, but he decided that the wild man was in Plumas County and made no attempt to run him down. A careful search of the hills by Metz, Minter, and others have failed to discover a cave, cabin, or really any place where he might make his headers. Now, about a year ago, a salesman mysteriously disappeared from the Western Pacific Hotel in Portola, and it is thought by some that this may be the same man. As it is only 30 miles from the Edo mining property, the man is thought to be about 50 years of age, according to Metz, and very dark. And that's all for today's episode of Bigfoot or just a very confused guy. We may never know if they witnessed the legendary creature or just some guy named Bob who lives in the forest eating granola and yelling at birds all day. But make sure you subscribe for more cryptid confusion and don't miss the next blurry encounter. Until next time.